Flag is up. Oh, lots of carts creeping. Jake French gets caught. That should be a penalty. Jake French caught creeping across the line and not by just a little. Race director Rick Folk says, instead of backing you up, I'm just going to bring everybody up to you. Now we go racing. Green flag. Josh Lane makes a great move on the outside from quite a few rows back. Gets around carts already. Ryan Kinnear does not have as good of a start, but the important thing is everyone gets through turn one cleanly, and we are racing out of turn two. Here they come. Jake French. It'll be interesting to see if a penalty gets assessed there. Our race directors told us in the meeting Friday night that instead of going around and going through extra starting procedures, your penalty will just be assessed to you later in the race after you finished, basically. So it'll be interesting to see if French gets a penalty assessed or not. And then in second place, it is the number 40 car to Jason Crawford. Josh Lane already up into third place. Josh Lane pulls up alongside Crawford, gets the cart slowed down, and he can't make the pass. Crawford basically holding off Lane. They make contact a little bit. Lane sliding all over the short chute from turn one to turn two. Josh Lane started way in the back of the pack, and he's already racing for third and fourth right now. Lane back around into third place, sets his sights on Crawford as they head into turn number 5, out of the right-handed into the left-handed hairpin. Lane all over the back bumper of Crawford. Did they make contact? It looks like they did, and Lane slides underneath to take the spot. Josh Lane to P2. And then it's Skitchy Barnes in the number 9 cart running in fourth, and Ryan Kinnear has made his way from the back up to 5th place. Wow, great start for Josh Lane. Did not have that high of a position on the grid and has already worked his way up into second place 4 laps into this race. Ryan Kinnear setting up the pass, getting around, it looks like the 9 of Skitchy Barnes, I believe. No, Kinnear now behind Skitchy Barnes. Jake French out in front by a mile. And it's Josh Lane, Barnes in third place, Ryan Kinnear in fourth, and Randall there rounding out your top 5. Hans Bliss, Kurt Hewitt, Bob Crawford, Jason Crawford, who was running up in the front of the pack early on, seems to have some issues. Don't know what happened to him. He's still running. Mechanical issue, it looks like, or possibly a half spin. But he's back now into ninth, and then it's Casey Ross and Robert there rounding out your 11 cart 125 modified field. There goes Jake French by to lead another lap. Josh Lane, Skitchy Barnes, Ryan Kinnear. That's the 85 of Randall there. Bliss coming around, there he is in the 11. That's Bob Crawford actually in the 11. And Jason Crawford completing another lap as well. So Jake French and Josh Lane, your DR carts, 1-2 in the stock Honda Light race. Up front right now battling. Well, not really battling, just up front leading. French has quite a big lead. Kinnear has gotten around Skitchy Barnes, so that'll put Kinnear and the Intrepid into P3. Yep, Ryan Kinnear and Josh Lane both putting on a great example of passing and going from the back to the front. Halfway down, we're going to see the crossed flags this time by. Halfway home, 6 up, 6 down in this 12-lap main event. Jake French out in front by a lot. We're going to see Josh Lane come by. Ryan Kinnear in the number 8. And then Skitchy Barnes in the number 9. Followed by Randall there in the number 85, rounding out your top 5. And your front 5 right now are all pretty evenly spaced. '81 miles an hour is what these shifter carts are hitting around this track right now, ladies and gentlemen. 81 miles an hour heading down into that right-handed turn number 1. That is a lot of speed. And Jake French definitely one of the contributors to that number. He is flying around this track right now. Just clicked off a 41.628. That is his best lap time of the race. Getting faster as the session goes on. Definitely something you want to have happening. The 11 of Bob Crawford slips from 5th to 6th after getting passed by Randall there. As we count down the laps here, click them off in our last main event of the day, folks. You are watching 125 Modifieds out on the track. Jake French looking awful good. So now clicking down the laps here, we are hearing from race control that Jake French will not receive a penalty for creeping on that start, seeing as they stopped the field, brought the rest of the karts up to him, and then restarted the race. So no penalties will be handed out, at least not to the 6 of Jake French. So he can breathe easy now. Apparently, according to our scoring monitor, Josh Lane has slipped from 2nd to 4th. Ryan Kinnear now up into P2. Jake French just doing an awesome job right now, driving away from the rest of his competition, laying down smooth, solid, consistent lap times. 2 laps to go for French. There he goes by the starter stand. 2 laps to go. And then Ryan Kinnear has inherited 2nd place from Josh Lane's unfortunate incident on the backside of the track. And then Skitchy Barnes moves into 3rd as well. Randall there 4th. Bob Crawford is 5th. And Josh Lane continuing to fall down the board. He's done, I'm being told. Josh Lane out of the kart with only 3 laps to go when his incident happened. We got a kart off. That looked like the 44, I'm sorry, that's the 44 Kurt Hewitt. Hewitt off and between turns 8 and turn 9. White flag getting ready to be displayed to the rest of your field. 8 corners left to go for Jake French, as he works on just taking care of the lappers in front of him one by one slowly. Does not want to throw away this race. Getting a bit of a headache from the 8 of Hans Bliss. Can't really get around him. We have another kart off in turn 6 right there. But now Jake French has gotten around the lapper of Bliss, and coming through the last corner, he is going to pick up the win. Jake French comes home with a back-to-back main event wins here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Kinnear comes home and salvages a strong 2nd place finish. Skitchy Barnes finishes up 3rd. We're waiting to see the 85 of Randall there come across the line.